Welcome back, everyone! This is Geronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 17? 17. 17 sounds right. We're just going to go along with that. And today we're going to cook us up some Vibrant Alloy, because we're going to need it. Vibrant Alloy being an Ender Pearl plus Energetic Alloy. That's going to pump over here to this wonderful little tank. This is a tank. Did you know this was a tank? Tanks are good. Alright, anyway, so today we're going to be putting the last final touches on the mob farm, and then we're going to get started with something altogether new. But first, let's go ahead and get these mob farm pieces put together. Well, actually, we might not get to the new stuff today. We're going to be doing some special things instead. I forgot about that. Anyway, so at the end of last episode, we made the Ender. We made the Ender because we want to use the Ender with Killer Joe in the mob farm in the Nether. Mostly because, first off, the Ender has a durability of 1561 as opposed to the Mana Steel Sword having a durability of 300. So that is more than 5 times the durability, but that's not the reason why. We are actually going to be doing something special with this, and it's going to require some emeralds and some Vibrant Alloy. So to upgrade the Ender, as you can see here when you hold shift on it, it says Anvil upgrades and powered Vibrant Crystal plus 20 levels. Okay, so when it asks for 20 levels, well, where do we have levels? Well, we can go over here to my mob farm and stand there for a while, and we can go ahead and beat on the stuff that spawns over there, but that's not the fastest way to get levels. As you guys saw last time, Killer Joe is killing stuff, getting levels, and putting it in the tank. I've let Killer Joe run for a little bit, and now we have this tank that has 123 buckets of experience in it. Okay, I brought this back from the Nether to show you guys. Okay, when you right-click on it, it shows you what it has. Now, I need a way... I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it sounds like a cell phone buzzing. No, it's not my cell phone buzzing. I accidentally got hit by Killer Joe, and Killer Joe has my Mana Steel Sword in it, and that Mana Steel Sword has Flim Flam on it, and Flim Flam will do stuff like that. A minute ago, I heard a mosquito buzzing around me for, a good 30 seconds, and it's this annoying mosquito buzzing sound, and now I've got an annoying cell phone sound. So yes, Flim Flam is very interesting. Try not to let yourself get hit by it. Anyway, as I was trying to say before this thing interrupted me, XP drum. So we need a way to get the experience out of this drum and onto my person. And there are actually several ways you can do this. However, I'm going to go with the Ender IO way. Since we seem to be doing a lot of things with Ender IO lately, let's just continue that. We're going to need 2 pieces of Solarium and 1 piece of Energetic Alloy. As you remember, Solarium is actually just Soul Sand and gold in the Alloy Smelter. And the Energetic Alloy is just the Redstone, Gold, and Glowstone. We're going to go ahead and combine these and make an Experience Stick. And we're going to beat things with the Experience Stick. By combining those like this, we get the Experience Rod. The Experience Rod from Ender IO, it allows you to move experience from place to place. Like it says here, right-click on a fluid tank containing liquid experience to gain levels. Shift right-click to transfer levels to the tank. Okay, so if we right-click on this, it gave us a level. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now, when you shift right-click, you should know that it doesn't give one level at a time. When you shift right-click, it transfers every level you have back into the tank. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing this. Alright, so it said 20 levels, so yay, there we go, 20 levels. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need is that Vibrant Crystal. Okay, as it says right here, Vibrant Crystal plus 20 levels. The Vibrant Crystal, no, that's the Enticing Crystal, there we go. Vibrant Crystal is an emerald surrounded by Vibrant Alloy Nuggets. Okay, so Vibrant Alloy Nuggets are made by putting a Vibrant Alloy in the table, and there you go, you got nuggets. So there we go, 1 Vibrant Crystal. So now we can go over to my anvil. We can put the Ender in with the Vibrant Crystal. Costs 20 levels, and it is now empowered. Okay. Now, as it shows here, when it's empowered, it increases the Skull and Ender Pearl drop rates. Endermen can't teleport once they're hit, and it gives it an extra 2 damage when it's powered. Okay. So when you have power in it. So basically what this does, oh look at that. basic, empowered 2, basic capacitor plus 10 levels. Well, we can do that too, right? Oh, stop doing that. Thank you. So, basic capacitors, well, we've got some of those. Do we have a secondary? Oh, yeah, we do. We have a secondary. Oh, wait. We have secondaries but no basics? Or am I just looking straight at them and not seeing them? I don't see the basic capacitors. Wow, we actually don't have any basic capacitors. That's kind of funny. Alright, well, let's make one real quick because it says we need it. Let's see, that was copper, redstone, and gold nuggets. I can do that. Copper, redstone, and gold nuggets. And a piece of copper. Alrighty, and here we go. Easy enough, and we're going to need some more levels. It didn't say 20 levels, did it? I don't think it did. It's alright, that plus that is 10 levels. Alright, so now this makes it empowered 2. Okay, by upping that, it allows it to store more RF. Okay, as you can see here, we can hold 10,000 RF. Over here, we can now hold 15,000. Okay, realistically, I don't think it really matters because what we're going to be doing with this won't require us to actually do that. So, like, we can go up. Let's just do it. I've got the experience, and I'm not really worried about it per se. So let's go ahead and add this on here. As I'm remembering this, though, it doesn't actually. All it does is upgrade the actual power, the storage on here, and it's not actually going. Actually, let's look at that. It shows on here. Here we go. This is with empowered 4. It can hold 50,000, but it's still only 75% damage absorbed. And it doesn't give you, it's still just plus 2 damage, so there's actually no reason to do this other than to make it so it can hold more RF. So there's actually no need for that, so we're not going to. Let's save that. Oops, wrong one. Alright, so since we don't need to upgrade that anymore, well, we need to do something else for it. Really, dudes? Stop banging on my door, it's annoying. So anyway, since we can't... Ah, crap. Alright, so, since we can't do anything but make it store more power on this, well, we're going to want to make it use less power. So what we want to do by making it use less power is to enchant it. Well, we can throw a random enchant on it, and that would be all well and good. And as you can tell, we already have the ability to take all we want because we have all this experience stored up. So... I could throw a random level 30 enchant on this. It'd be easy, no problem. But it would be random. And random isn't always fun. Because sometimes you get something good and sometimes you get something like Flim Flam. And we don't like Flim Flam. So instead, we're going to make another item from Ender.io that is going to allow us to pick our enchantments. Now, where is it? It's called... I must have looked straight at it. I know I did. There it is. The Enchanter. Okay, the Enchanter is actually pretty simple. It's just 2 diamonds, a book, and some dark steel. Ooh, do I have any dark steel left? Oh, good. Yes, I do. Okay. We're going to need a book, which should be a miscellaneous. Actually, we're going to need several books. Let's go ahead and grab those. And then we're going to need 2 diamonds. Alright, so now we can make this. This is actually going to be a very handy thing. It's a little expensive on experience. Basically, you can choose your enchantments, but it's going to cost. So let's go ahead and put this here because it makes sense to put it next to the, very damaged anvil. That thing's going to go soon. All right, so fun things about the Enchanter. Okay, if you actually look at it, well, actually, I probably should have done that before I placed it. Let's just pull it up real quick. All right, so when you look at it in your inventory, it says uses experience to combine items creating enchanted books. Okay, so it uses experience to combine items and creates enchanted books. Okay, so place this down, and we're going to look here. Now, here it's going to need a book and quill. Okay, a book and quill is going to be, told you I needed chickens, feathers. We're going to need some ink and the books. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the books, the feathers, and the ink sacs, and that's going to make us book and quills. And annoyingly enough, they don't stack, but that's okay. We'll just make 4 for now because I don't think we're going to do more than 4 enchantments for this particular thing. Now, as with all Ender IO stuff, you can look at the recipes by clicking on the little page here, and it'll show you all the stuff you can make. Okay, the Book and Quill plus a Dark Steel gets you Protection 1, and you can get all the way up to the maximum by adding more pieces. I'll show you that here in just a second. Fire Protection, let's go back the other way because that's the weapons. Lure, Luck of the Sea, Infinity, Flame, Punch, Power 1. Oh no, sorry, that's still bows. Ah, here we go. Fortune. Fortune is the same as looting, I think. I don't think we have as pickaxes. Oh no, looting is different. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to want is we're going to want a looting 3 book. Okay, and it says here enchantment cost 8. It's 8 for one looting 1. Yeah, for 1 book. So we're going to take a Book and Quill, and we should be able to get looting 3 by putting 3 skulls in here. So let's grab a couple of heads. And when we put them in here, and by the way, it is still restricted to the maximum. See, it says looting 3. If we were to go over here and grab another head, you'll see that even if we put a 4th head in here, looting 4 still doesn't exist. So you can't go higher than anything that was normally set. And it says it's going to cost us 40 levels. Okay, so let's grab 10 more levels. 11 more levels, either way. So now we can pull this out, and now we have a looting 3 book for 40 levels. Okay? So yay, we spent 40 levels, we got looting 3, and now all we have to do is apply the looting 3 to the Ender. And that's going to cost us another 9 levels. So like I said, it's experience, it's kind of heavy on the experience taking. So, keep that in mind when you're doing this. Thankfully, I have lots of experience stored in this, so that's kind of nice. But for the moment, we're going to, before we add that, we're going to put a Book and Quill in here. We're going to look back at the recipes, and we're going to look for Unbreaking. I believe you use Obsidian for Unbreaking. Maybe I'm wrong. Bane of Arthropods, Knockback, Smite, Sharpness. I thought it was Obsidian. Aqua Affinity, Respiration, Projectile Protection, Blast Protection, Feather Falling, Protection. Okay, maybe I'm missing something here. I could have sworn it was Obsidian. Maybe I passed it and just don't realize. Ah, yeah, there it is. It is Obsidian. Ha! I knew that. That's what I get for second guessing myself. So we're going to grab 3 pieces of Obsidian. I said 3 pieces of Obsidian. Whatever. And again, just like before, you can't go above Unbreaking 3 because the limit is Unbreaking 3. Okay, so we're going to have looting and Unbreaking 3. The other thing we're going to need is Sharpness, and as I remember, Sharpness is going to be... See, I'm not going to second guess myself this time, and I'm going to wind up being wrong. Just watch. So then we can put the book in and then some nether quartz, and that gives you Sharpness. All the way to Sharpness 5 for another 29 levels. So excellent. Those are the 3 things that I really want to have on here. So we're going to put the Sharpness on here for a cost of 8, which I don't have now. Like I said, heavy on the experience cost. Uh-oh. I'm out. That's not good. I've only got 5 levels. I can't finish it. Alright, give me just a minute. I got to go back and get some more experience because, yeah, I don't have enough. Wow, this is actually going to take a decent amount of experience too, because we're going to do 3 different add-ons. So yeah, this is going to be very expensive experience-wise. But, lucky for us, we happen to have lots of experience being generated in the nether. So let me go back there. We will get some through the door, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and now we have the levels. Yay! That actually took a lot longer than I actually thought it would. So, yeah, reason number 2 I'm doing this is so that we don't have to have this happen as much. Alright, 14 levels for the second one. I'm wondering if this anvil is going to make it through all 3 of these. Wrong one. That one, 14. Huzzah! And for the third one, this stuff would stop duplicating in my book. Okay, 15 levels for this one. Please tell me I have 15 levels left in this thing. Comfortably. Thank you. Alright, and now we put the Unbreaking on here. So now we have Sharpness 5, Looting 3, and Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3 is going to take part of the durability damage away from this. Now, this is where this is going to get interesting, okay? This has plus 12.25 attack, as opposed to this one having plus 11. So this is actually going to be stronger than the Mana Steel. Of course, this one has Sharpness 5 as opposed to Sharpness 4. But this is going to be stronger. So with it being stronger, it's going to take less swings from Killer Joe. Okay, less swings is less durability damage and less usage of the nutrient distillate from Killer Joe, so that's better. Okay, it also has, with Empowered, when we supply it with power, it's going to do 75% damage absorbed by power. So 75% of the damage will be taken by power usage, and then Unbreaking 3 is going to make it take that much less durability damage. So it's not infinite, and we will have it be infinite later. Not with this sword, mind you, but we will be making a infinite version of this later on when we have more stuff built in. But for now, this is going to do really well. Now, what are we going to do about power? Well, the big thing with power is that we can actually charge this thing. I believe we can actually charge it in the capacitor bank right there. As you can see now, that damage bar is filling up because it's filling with power. And you can see right there where it did. That's great, but I don't want to have to keep going back and forth to fill this thing with power. I mean, 75% of the damage done is going to be taken up by power, but I wonder how much. Let's take a look real quick. How much is each strike going to use? We currently have 15,000 RF. Let's go hit something. Hey, spider. All right, one hit on the spider. And now we have 14,918. So we basically have 82 RF per swing. So that's actually going to go away really quickly. So what we're going to do instead of continuously going back and forth, because we'll run out of durability long before we'll run out, because that didn't take any durability. I have to hit probably quite a few times to take up some durability. So now that we have customizable enchanting, and that's going to keep this thing doing good that way, we're going to want to make something else that makes it so we don't have to continue to go back to it and add power to it. And what we're going to need is a wireless charger. The wireless charger charges items in nearby players' inventories. Well, it happens to be that we can actually cheat that just a little bit. Ooh, going to need an octatic capacitor. That's going to take a minute. 4 electrical steel, 2 silicon machine frame, another vibrant crystal. So we'll go ahead and get that. One of you, and I don't think I have, nope, I only have 3 there, so let's make that real quick. I think the capacitor, I'm going to have to take a minute to make one. You know what, actually, you guys aren't burning right now, so give me that. I'll give it back later. It's always more convenient that way. Let's see, more electrical steel. We're going to need 2 pieces of silicone. I hope I've got that. And I don't. Huh, there's the machine frame. Do we have any clay? Because silicone is very easy with clay. Yes, we do. Alright, so we'll just get some clay or some silicone really quickly this way. What are you doing? No, stop. You know, I keep forgetting it's going to do that when I do this. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter overall, but I don't really need the bricks, so it's inconvenient that it does that for me. Either way, there's the silicone, no big deal. So now we should, I think, be able to make the wireless charger. Where's it? Here we go, wireless charger, go. Wireless charger, go. Alright, what am I missing here? 2 silicone. One of these, one of these. Oh, I didn't make the... Brilliant. Oops, no, it's not. I didn't make the vibrant crystal. Sometimes you just forget. And when you're me, you forget all the time. Alright, so now we should be able to put the vibrant crystal up here and the electrical steel. And there we have a wireless charger. Okay, so the wireless charger does exactly what it says it does. You hook it up to where power can go into it, and it projects a field around you that will charge any items in your inventory. So to show you guys, hey creeper, die. We're going to use up some power. Alright, anybody else want some of this? No. Okay. So as you can see, we now are down to 14,273. Let's go back to the nether real quick. Get bad. Down. Oh wait, before we go back to the nether, I need my experience drum. Because the experience drum is going to maintain its positioning in the nether. At least for now. Oh, hi. Hey guys. Hey, yeah, I could use some more power up. Ow. Quit that. Alright, cool. Alright, so back to the nether. Alright, we're back in the nether. We've got our stuff here, and we're getting ready to put some stuff together. I went ahead and cleaned out my inventory before I came over because, wow, I had a bunch of junk. Grabbed a couple of things that are going to be very useful, and we're going to go ahead and have some fun. In between episodes, I also did a little bit of modifying things here. I'll show you here in just a minute. As of right now, though, we have a ton of necrotic bones. We're getting red hearts. We're getting a lot of excess coal, wither skeleton skulls, bones. We're almost up to a full barrel of bones already. I don't think we're ever going to need that many. And, of course, some skeleton skulls. Now, I don't really want to have to come up here, take the skeleton skulls out of here, come all the way back over here, come downstairs, and put them into the vat. I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to add, and I should probably not leave this in here. I went ahead and plopped this down to go ahead and be filling, and that's wonderful in and of itself. But actually, let's go ahead and put this in here too. Let that continue to run. I don't want to have to run down here and then, ow! Dadgummit, Joe! Really? Wow, if you get close enough to the glass, he reaches out. Okay, well, let's not do that again or I'm going to die. So anyway, we don't want to do that. So I've been harvesting the nether wart and just tossing it in this chest for now, but I don't want to do that anymore, and since we don't have to, we're not gonna. We're going to go ahead and put this barrel right here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and grab all the nether wart out of here, and we're going to fill this barrel with nether wart. Okay, 5 stacks, yeah, which by the way, it doesn't take a whole lot to get a lot. The nether wart farm up there is more than enough to keep this place filled forever and a day, but that's also just as well. So we lock that on nether wart. This thing is using them up. We're getting kind of low, not horribly low, and that'll still run for a while, but I don't ever want to have to worry about this again, or not for a long time. So we're going to go ahead and set this to pull. So since it can pull from this barrel, it now has filled up the nether wart by itself. Okay, well, that's good for one thing. Now, the other thing was we're going to use these item Where's my sword? Why is that there? Get over there. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put the item conduits across here. And we're going to go ahead and let this connect. And, of course, it starts that way. Let's flip that over, please. All right, so now it's set to go into the vat. Okay, so now, because all item conduits that I'm aware of anyway, always go to the closest available inventory, when anything drops here, like, say, this normal skeleton skulls, they'll be picked up by the hopper hawk, they'll be put into the golden chest, which, by the way, I did change this to a golden chest so that it can hold more stuff. It'll get pulled out by the item conduit, and it will put it to the closest available inventory, in which case there's 2 inventories that can hold skeleton skulls. One is the vat, and the other one is the barrel upstairs. Because the vat is closer, when you drop skeleton skulls, they're picked up by the hopper hawk, boop, gone, and now, there we go. So it's going to automatically fill the vat first, and then any excess skeleton skulls, as we can see here, we'll drop these out real quick, and they're going to disappear. Oop, they get popped in here, and there they go. Now, they can't be going in here because this thing's already full. So that means that they're going upstairs to the barrel. So now, there we go. So, other than every now and then having to harvest a nether wart and put it in the barrel downstairs, and 5 stacks, yeah, it's going to take forever to use up this much stuff. This is going to last for a very, very long time. So yeah, so now the skulls that drop from the wither skeletons are going to go straight into the vat. The nether wart is going straight into the vat, so that takes care of that. So now, let's see, what do we currently have? Oh wow, we're down to 7,000 in the power. So we're gonna go ahead and put the wireless charger right there. It automatically connects to that power line that's running up there. It gets power, and now, bingo, we are now back up to 15,000 RF on the sword. So awesome. So the sword is automatically recharging its RF. It has unbreaking on it, so that's making the durability drop come down. So yeah, we're going to basically run on this sword with looting for quite a while. You might also notice that we now have 5 Sterling generators instead of the 2 that were here previously. Okay, the basic gist of this is when you add it all up, when they're running with the octatic capacitors in it, we're getting 80 RF per tick. When you add up all 5 and then you subtract what it costs to run the attractor obelisk and the skeleton spawner, which, by the way, the skeleton spawner is 320 RF per tick. At 320 RF per tick, that is 4 Sterling generators worth of power. The 5th one is generating 80 RF per tick, and at the same time that it is generating 80 RF per tick, the attractor obelisk is only taking 40 RF per tick. So that leaves an extra 40 RF per tick being generated, and that is going into the wireless charger. The wireless charger should... Yep, the wireless charger is charging up, and when it reaches 100,000 RF, then it's not going to take 40 RF per tick to keep swinging the sword, so we still have an excess of power coming out of here. So we have sustained this entire thing continuously. Everything's going to work continuously. These are all staying full of coal, for the same reason, by the way, as the other. The coal barrel upstairs, these inventories that accept coal are closer than the other. Now, you can use the priority system. You can actually say, hey, you're going to do it this way, and you can force the matter, but realistically, you don't need to. Maybe later on down the line, we'll use the priority system. We don't really have to, though. Like right here, we can shift left click here, and on the green channel, we're inserting, and we can actually change the priority plus or minus and make it so that, you know, this would get it first. But just the sheer fact that it is closer than the barrel upstairs is going to make it come here first anyway. So, come on, hit 64. And as you can see, all of these are filled, and we're getting excess. We're getting excess coal upstairs. So, yeah, this is now officially a complete build. Other than the possibility of me adding a sword that will never break. Because realistically, the Ender Sword is going to break eventually. It's going to take a really long time to run through all the durability and power. Well, the power will never run out. But the durability is going to take a long time to run through the durability. But eventually this sword will break. Eventually we're going to come back here and we're going to put a sword here that will never break. Or maybe we'll automatically repair this sword. We can do that too. So we definitely have those options. For now, we're going to leave this. Why is that Wither Skeleton Skull wearing a normal skeleton skull head? Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so yep, that's going to hold on to that. So that's it for this build. Next episode, I haven't decided what we're going to do next episode. I need to do something about food because I'm down to carrots now. So we could do a food episode. I really want to get started on a new magic mod. There's several magic mods that we haven't touched yet, and I'm not sure which one I want to go with. But at the same time, I also want to get started on a whole new tech mod. So we'll just have to see which way we're going to go. We probably won't run out of food too soon, so I might let the food episode go for now and use some of the infrastructure that we build with some of the next mods to make the food situation better, so we only have to visit it once instead of having to come back and revisit it again. But for now, this should be fine. I don't see it being a problem. I don't know. I got to figure out whether I want to do tech or magic. Well, actually, you know what? We started with magic, and now we've done a bunch of Ender.io tech stuff. So I think we should do magic next. We're going to start with a new magic mod next. And, yeah, we're going to do a new magic mod next. So until next time, this is Jurenitis signing off on episode 17 of my single-player series. Like me if you like me. Subscribe if you want to see what I get into next. And as always, help spread the gaming.